From out of the depths of injury purgatory, Derrick rose to once again hear the familiar chants fill the arena. MVP, MVP, MVP.
What does it mean to you, Derrick?
Man, everything, man. I work my ass off, bro.
What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. You know who I am, you know what I does, and right about now I would normally start talking about my boys, my lifelong team, the Los Angeles Lakers, because they had an interesting game tonight, but your regularly scheduled broadcast has been bumped for a better, more explosive primetime performance by none other than Derrick Rose, affectionately known as D-Rose to fans around the world. Let's give it up for my boy. And I say my boy because I've been one of the few here in the States, staunch D-Rose supporters when everybody else was sharing their memes of him in his business suit. They're like, oh, you seen that new D-Rose jersey? And it's got him in his Armani suit or whatever type of suit that he was wearing. It was all laughs and jokes and ha ha ha, chuckles. I defeated this guy. Please go back into the archives, into my videos, especially of the ones from last year in the playoffs where D-Rose was playing. I was very critical of Tom Thibodeau, and that has not changed because he just grinds his players into the ground and wears them out, which brings on more injuries. That's pretty much it. Wears the guys down and brings on more injuries because his coaching style is just not conducive to building up younger players or keeping older veteran players from being injured and run down into the ground. Look at Luau Deng and all these other players. But besides that, this guy was fantastic and phenomenal. Before I get into that though, real quick, let's just talk about the rest of the players in the game because they deserve some mention. They played the Utah Jazz and won by 3. I believe it was 128 to 125. But listen to this. Everybody on the Jazz, pretty much they played well, except for the trio of backcourt mates, Dante Exum, Ricky Rubio, and Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell continues to have a slight struggle, dare I say sophomore slump, but his shooting has become erratic, and he's getting a little bit better, but it's gonna take some time. He shot about 41%, good guards, better than average guards, and he's supposed to be that. He was the runner-up for Rookie of the Year last year. They're supposed to shoot about 47 to 48%, about 45 to 48%. He shot 41%. That's not going to cut it. Not only that, his backcourt running mate, Ricky Rubio, this guy, he only took 6 shots and hit 2 of them. That's like 33%. Not going to cut it. Dante Exum, this guy, he came off the bench. I think he was like 4 of 9, but he struggled. He struggled, man. Their numbers were all down. Why? Why were their numbers down? I'll get to that in a second. But you need to know that this guy had a fantastic game. I'm talking about D-Rose. I'll get to it in a second. I promise you, I won't let you down. But let's talk about the other guys. Why everybody's like, oh man, D-Rose. Listen, no one's paying attention. Josh Okogie, who was the backup shooting guard. I think he's a rookie. This guy had a pretty good game, solid game. The very definition of solid. I think he had like 10 points and took like 5 shots. This guy was very efficient, played really good, stout defense, and played within the confines of the offense. Who didn't play today? Teague didn't play, starting point guard. Who else didn't play? Tyus Jones, he's the backup point guard. Okay, and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler did not play. Man, so 2 starters and a key component off the bench did not play. Derrick Rose got the start. Was coming off the bench. He had aspirations of being a 6th man of the year, but he got the start today. So everybody was like, oh man, they're playing Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz had a strong team. They're having a good, strong start to this year. I mean, this is going to be a blowout or whatnot. But Andrew Wiggins was back today. Okay, Karl Anthony Towns was in the lineup, and those guys had really good above average, solid games that you can clap it up for. They both shot fairly well, about 50%. Just about everybody on the team had a really good shooting experience, but these guys were really good. And they had a few turnovers between them, but all in all, they had a pretty good game. It seems like Karl Anthony Towns is starting to get a little bit more confident, and he's like the reins have been pulled from over him. You know, with Jimmy Butler going at him, everybody doesn't react the same way to criticism, and he needs to feel a little bit more comfortable, a little more free, and I'm free. He feels more free right now. I know that was a terrible. I feel so bad, that little riff I just did, but I don't need to do that no more. But he feels more free than what he usually does. He was shooting the ball with confidence. All he needs is to be led, and he was led. And Andrew Wiggins. I mean, he's not super aggressive. I know about not being aggressive because Lonzo Ball, he needs to build his aggressiveness up. But they both shot like almost 50%, had like 18, 19 points. These guys play. Oh no, Karl Anthony Towns had like 28. I think Wiggins had like 18 because Karl Anthony Towns was getting to the line. That's one of the, when you become more aggressive, you get more opportunities at the line. And that's the next step for Andrew Wiggins. But besides that, they were led by a dominant force and someone who doesn't really yell at people. He just leads by example. He leads by example, and it's contagious. You remember those years back in Chicago, okay, where everybody was just rallying behind Derrick Rose, and they're like, he's gonna take us to the promised land. He was infectious. They loved playing with him, and fans loved rooting for him. And he came out with another. Before I get to the game tonight, look back at the archives of videos, especially when they played in the Timberwolves played the Houston Rockets. Oh, the Houston Rockets. But when they played them last year, Derrick Rose, I was like, man, Derrick Rose can hoop, Derrick Rose can hoop. Everybody's talking about, oh, he's trash, he's injured, he's not even worth it, blah, blah, blah. He just got released from the Utah Jazz. Oh, after he was traded from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh, where he got injured. That wasn't a real injury. He got should have been a flagrant foul, unnecessary foul. He was balling before that. I told everybody he was balling over there in Cleveland. He was doing his thing. He signed over there, and he was like, he was going to be the starting role. He's going to have opportunity to play big minutes and resuscitate his career. You know, like a lot of people like to say. And then they brought in Dwayne Wade after that. And so it just really messed up everything. They were just really doing D-Rose real dirty on the slide. But he was still balling until they fouled him, and that illegal flagrant foul, unnecessary foul, made him roll his ankles. You know how many people roll their ankles all the time? But because it was him and this narrative that everybody puts out, he's just injured. Anytime something happens, that happens to a majority of the players all the time, he really rolled his ankles. He was like, hey man, we got Dwayne Wade, we got other players that can play. No need to go ahead and risk this and ruin the rest of the season because you didn't let your ankle fully heal like you needed to. We're like, oh, he's injured again, trade him, get rid of him, all that other nonsense. When he went to the New York Knickerbockers, I said that he was balling. People don't really notice, but because the Knicks weren't that good, but he averaged like 17 points that year, 17 points and 5 and something. He had some really good numbers, but no one was talking about. It's like, oh, Derrick Rose played with the Bulls. You know, I'm just a casual fan. I don't really pay attention. So if someone says a joke or something, a narrative in the media, that's the only thing I can remember about that. It doesn't make any sense because the numbers don't lie. I mean, sometimes they can sway it a little bit, but if you see the whole complete picture, the numbers tell you everything that you need to know. The man averaged like 17 points. He was getting buckets in the New York market, and one of the biggest markets and one of the most pressure-cooked markets in the world. He was doing that on that stage. He played very well. Now, let's get to tonight. This guy, yeah. Everybody thought they were going to get blown out. Did not get blown out. This guy was doing, when you give somebody who has the ability to play, you give them minutes in that green light, they can get the job done. He can definitely play. He's not injured. He can hoop. He can shoot. He went 4 of 7 from 3 today. Drop that 50 ball. Drop that 50 ball on these boys. On one of the best teams in the league, the Utah Jazz, who were my picks to go to the finals last year, unless they wound up on a significant injury, which, what's his name, Ricky Rubio did get. See, people get injured all the time, but no one wants to talk about that. When one's talking about, Chris Paul is washed up and he's off, he's injury prone. No one's saying that about James Harden or anything like that. That's not the narrative, even though they're injured right now. Both of them injured last now. Got injured last year with the same reoccurring injury, hamstring injuries. Oh, what are we talking about here? But no one says that about them. It's a narrative. Don't fall for it. Don't take the bait. Derrick Rose balls. You give this guy an opportunity and he is doing it. Congratulations and kudos to you. But if you don't believe me, roll that beautiful beam footage.
Say y'all getting blowed out without Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, and Tyus Jones. That's a nice looking 3D. 3 and D. Derrick Rose. Look at this. Oh, powered his way. He powered his way right through the Stifle Tower. The reigning defensive player of the year. Okay, D Rose. You say you don't need Tyus Jones. Okay, you say you don't need Jimmy Butler. And one. Let's go. Don't put your hands up. You know, you putting your hands in the cookie jar. Look at this. Oh, that's good defense. Good defense for Eddie Tolliver. Look at the handles. Oh, no, Jay Crowder. You remember that from Cleveland. Tolliver from downtown. Got him. Let's go. Oh, shake move behind the back. Oh, Jay Crowder, you remember that. You remember that from Cleveland. Oh, shake move, shovel pass, and knockdown. Anthony Tolliver doing it on both sides of the floor. Look at D Rose. He's stunned by. He said, hold up. The game's in the balance. I am that dude. It's 2011. Let's go. Oh, hesitation. Oh, shake move. Got him. That's not some scrub off the bench. That's the reigning defensive player of the year. Clutch at the free throw line. D Rose with a 50 ball on the Utah Jazz. And to seal the deal, the game clinching block on Dante Exum. Let's go. Let's get it, baby. Oh, gonna get that 6th man of the year. And he performing in the start. Let's go.
Yeah, you starting to believe me now? You say, what's that you got in your hand? It's the brand new D Rose 5. I have never, I've never played in these before, okay? Matter of fact, I haven't even tried them on, but you know why they're here. You know why I got them. And I believe my boy D Rose proved that today. These are some awesome shoes because I've worn some other D Rose shoes. Man, I've tried some of them on, but I've never actually tried this model on. But I had to get them, and I should be doing a review on them sometime soon. But you know why they're here. Okay, so I don't get fined. No, because they're awesome, just like D Rose. Congratulations to you, D Rose, on that fantastic performance. And you fly by night, you fair weather fans, you casual fans need to recognize and take notice. Now, if you enjoyed that fantastic, scintillating performance by me, and the one by D Rose too, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll learn it every time there's a brand new video. If you feel they may enjoy the content, feel free to share this with your friends, your families, your homies, your neighbors, your BFFs forever, your boss, your co-workers, your fans, and your followers. I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records, and it's just how I see it. Be blessed and Godspeed.